Okay, Saturday, 24th of August, 2024. So, Adrian's daily vlog, sharing smart stuff men should know. Psychology Saturday. Understand yourself and others more. How to build and maintain self-esteem. Very important in life. It's powerful, really. So, really, you have to do stuff. You have to go into the world, go out into the world, different corners of the world, travel, see successes, victories, defeats. Both are equally important for their own unique ways. I would say ever so slightly victories are more important. But go out into the world and do stuff. Travel, experience, climb mountains, learn stuff, do stuff, build, create, and fail. Fail in a sense of you tried to do something and it didn't work out because you learned something. Learning, very important. Doing stuff in life, going out into the world, and experiencing challenges. I did a video about this where travelers controlled stress, and it's that stress which helps build you up in a sense of I've handled scenarios like this before, I've handled it, I know what to do, I can sort it out, I can do it again, i.e. meaning you grow here. Self-esteem, you view yourself higher, you know how to handle things. And I have an interesting concept that I'm kind of cooking, which talks about the answers are out there. You just need to figure out how to do stuff. And the more experiences you have, this greater pool of knowledge, of information and data you have in life, the more science or more maths or experience in general you have, the more stuff you can do in life, the more stuff you can handle. Situations, scenarios, clients, people, whatever else. Experience, doing stuff and different stuff as well. Going to different corners of the world, having different kinds of challenges and adventures, seeing different things, seeing and experiencing different kinds of foods, peoples, places, stuff, you name it. The more of that you have, the more self-esteem you have because you can handle these things better. And in the process of doing all that stuff, you discover more about yourself. And in fact, as you discover more about yourself, you know what you like, you know what you don't like. I.e. you have more clarity in your life. When you've got more clarity, you can then handle yourself better in different scenarios. You know what you want and don't want. Great. So you know what to do. You know what not to do. And beyond. You can then hold your head up high, your chin up high, because you know you can handle this. You can handle that. You've learned stuff. You've experienced stuff. You've seen this before. You've seen that before. A mentor of mine talked about reading a lot of classic literature books. Dostoevsky, Tolstoy, and all the rest. And okay, fair enough. And he advocated those things because through those books you learn about human nature. And the more you learn about human nature, i.e. psychology, i.e. the theme of this particular playlist, the better you can handle people. The better you can handle people, the more confident you are in the first place, because you know in this scenario here, you've seen it before, you know what to do, you know how to react. Again, the experiences you've drawn upon and learning more first principles of the world, psychology, whatever else. I had an interesting scenario a week ago, and it could have escalated. And I was just looking at the person, and I thought, okay, just sizing him up and thought how to approach him. Elegant and sophisticated and formal, or more casual, down to earth and whatever else, that. And it was through the pool of knowledge and experiences that I had it was a very calm situation anyway, but the rules were a bit strange, so I thought, right, well, I need to really smooth this out. Okay, fair enough. And that comes from experience. That comes from having high self-confidence, high self-esteem. Because I've done stuff, I've seen stuff, I've experienced stuff in the past, which I can draw upon in that particular moment, how to handle people. Done, no problems. It also comes from being very active in life, in terms of dating and relations, whatever else. Because you know how to handle women. I did a video about this as well. The more experience you have with women, the better you can handle them. Something akin to that. The more you know how to handle other people, including women, the better. In terms of dating, relationships, psychology, whatever else. All these things, again, this vast pool of experience and knowledge all combines together and you grow as a man. That's powerful, powerful stuff. It's priceless, really. And go out into the world and do stuff, really. Because it just makes sense. You have two people, one person doing stuff, going here, dating there, doing this, traveling here, learning this, learning that, learning about this, failing as well. Another person doing nothing, what do you think is going to happen over 10 years? That rate of growth, that trajectory, powerful stuff. Now, I also mentioned at the start of the video that both are important, winning and losing. People tend to say you learn more when you lose, which I think is true, generally accurate, because then you're more incentivized to revise. You've got a bigger motivation to review what went wrong. Fair enough. Powerful stuff, important. But then I also say, well, when you win, it's worth analysing what could have gone wrong and what could have changed. Because when I enjoy driving, and every now and then I see a scenario where I think, had that gone differently, had it been 5 seconds faster, slower, had things been different, it would have been a completely different scenario, a completely different life right now. Ooh, that would have been bad. And I think that's important. The more you're able to analyse what went right at times is important as well, because then you're able to think counterfactually, able to simulate, and you're testing your ability to predict things, able to test the past, so to speak. Or if had that changed, then this. Reviewing the past, these victories, if that had been different, then this. That mental muscle, that exercise is important as well, because you're then simulating in your mind in the past the present, the potential present, had things in the past been different, and how that can affect things in the future. Because then, when you come across a scenario in the future which is similar to this thing you could have had, or that you did have indeed, you can handle it different, you can handle it better. This is how people go through, through the markets. They make a lot of money here and there, but they let it slip through their hands. But then in the future, they don't make that mistake again. It's powerful, powerful stuff. It's error correction when you think about it, and that's very important. And that kind of comes into that whole pool of experience, that knowledge, whatever else, and all these different experiences you have in life, which is just priceless, absolute priceless. Go out into the world and do stuff, be places, do things, and it all combines together. The more you know how to handle people, the better. The more videos you watch on this channel, the better. Just everything. The more you know how to handle, the more you learn about the world in the sense of the first principles, increase your self-esteem, because you know what could happen. You know that, okay, back a few years ago, let's keep it very simple and broad, people were talking about something X, and I realized that mathematically speaking, it didn't need 100% market penetration, let's say, and I knew mathematically speaking it needed the critical mass. I'm being very broad, very vague on purpose, but the principle was it didn't need 100% market penetration to work, it just needed the critical mass, 80 or so percent. And I knew that was the case, mathematically speaking, so I was able to act, self-esteem, I was able to act without worrying about what could happen or what would happen or must happen, whatever else. The speculation, the level of speculation went down, the level of guesswork went down, because I was more certain about the maths over here and how that would impact human society, let's say, the praxeology, human incentives, because I understood more. Therefore I was able to act more, therefore I was able to act with more confidence, i.e. self-esteem, able to move into the world and just do this without worrying about the consequences elsewhere. Again, I'm being vague on deliberately, because the details are unimportant. You could say it's for another video, but it depends. Okay, but the more we learn, the more experiences we have, the better. This is why this reminds me of a video I did about becoming the demon with AI. Just using AI and just blasting through it, just fostering our curiosity and just learning with AI to learn as much as you can. I'm blasting through it with regards to studying a book in Spanish, to analyse the grammar, the vocabulary, whatever else, and studying a book, the same book, but from a literature point of view, in terms of story type, archetypes, whatever else, the writing techniques, whatever else, for different reasons, and just absorbing a big dragnet of data and information and all putting it all into here, this data, and then through my experiences, again, going out into the world and doing things, able to filter out the quality, high and low quality data, and able to work on that and decide what to do. And all these things increases self-esteem. That's why when I go to Spain, I have no real issue talking to people in Spanish. Just go for it. Even here in Poland, I just talk, just go for it. And I know very, very few, if any, maybe 10, 20 or so Polish words. And I only know two numbers, 1 and 8. Jeden osiem. What's that? Nothing. But even that doesn't stop me, because other words and character and self-esteem and the culture, whatever else, just go for it and just things happen, which is powerful. which is priceless. So it's powerful. Yeah. Go out into the world, do stuff. There's a nice meme now I think about it. Touch grass. Touch grass. Yeah. But otherwise, Adrian's daily vlog, sharing smart stuff men should know. You will see me tomorrow.